One thing is obvious. Israel, for decades, if it had wanted to perpetrate a genocide against the Palestinians, could have done that on any given day, right? It would have been trivial. Tomorrow, they could kill everyone in Gaza if they wanted. They obviously haven't wanted that. They obviously don't want to do that now. If you reverse that balance of power and ask, what would Hamas do? What would jihadist organizations anywhere do? They would kill all the Jews. And they have told us that ad nauseum. The founding charter of Hamas said that explicitly. It looked forward to a time where Quranic prophecy would be realized, when the earth itself would cry out against the Jews, where the rocks and the trees would say, "Oh, Muslim, there's a Jew behind me, come kill him," right?
Except for one tree.
Yeah, except the one tree, yes, yeah, that's right. So that the difference in intention, while people think intention is this abstraction, intention is the software that everyone is running. Intention is the best predictor of what people will do if they're given an opportunity to do it, right? If they have the power to do it, if they have the technology to do it. What will a jihadist organization do if it gets nuclear weapons? What will a jihadist organization do if it gets, a viable bioweapon, right? We know the answers to these questions. These people have been telling us this for as long as I've been alive, and in isolated cases, absolutely proven to a moral certainty their commitment to nihilism and massacre. I mean, the Islamic State, if you knew the details of what was happening in the Islamic State and couldn't understand that these people mean what they say and believe what they say they believe, then you're living on another planet. So anyone who's surprised, the only surprise here is that there was an assumption, and a historically understandable assumption, that Hamas was not as extreme as Al-Qaeda or the Islamic State.
So I have to say, if you are someone like me who watches videos and then comment about them, you might have been very surprised at the response of people whom you thought are smart people. Because I have to say, Sam Harris is a smart guy, and I believe he knows many things about the world and so on and so forth. And I also believe that he understands that it takes two to tangle. And his take on this current issue between Hamas and Israel is so far off. And I really, really disagree with it. Honestly, I disagree. Let me start by the first point he made. When he said that Israel is the good guy here, and the Israel want to see Palestinians exist. That if the whole situation was the other way around, that if Hamas was the stronger person in this whole scene, they would have eradicated the whole of Israel. They would have eliminated the whole of Israel. And sometimes people talk about Hamas and forget the fact that even though Hamas has a military arm that orchestrated the horrific atrocities on the 7th of October, they also have a political arm that is managing and governing Gaza. And there is no proof that if Hamas was the stronger person in this whole scene, they would have eradicated or eliminated or just outright blown all the Israelis from the surface of the earth. There is no proof about that. Now they keep on citing their charter and say that it's written in their charter that they from the river to the sea, that's from River Jordan to the sea, all that land belongs to the Palestinians. The fact that Hamas is behaving the way it's behaving now doesn't necessarily mean that if they were the stronger force in this whole scene, they will do the same. And remember, the reason why Hamas is behaving like this, not that I'm justifying it, I'm just pointing it out to you, is the way Israel has treated them. If someone came to your house, colonize your house, make you a stranger or a prisoner in your own house, and after a couple of years, saying that they have left your house and they have put you in charge of your house, while they made a huge fence round your land, did they really leave? Have they really left? Israel controls everything that goes in and out of Gaza. Israel turned Gaza into an open-air prison. Israel surveils every single thing that goes on in Gaza. So, how do you expect the Palestinians living in Gaza to feel? Put yourself in their situation. Put yourself in their situation. How would you feel? Let's not just sit here and blame Hamas. Let's not sit here and celebrate Israel. But let all of us really look at this situation. And let all of us put ourselves in the position of the Palestinians who are living in Gaza. And let's see how many of us is going to behave differently. Let's see. So people should not just come to conclusions without really taking a deeper look on the whole problem. And the next point he mentioned is like Hamas is downright evil. That's the point he made. And there's one thing the media do that help to spread this wrong narrative. Remember, when they say Hamas, we are going after Hamas, and then everything is Hamas, 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 right? No one is talking about the Palestinians. Everyone is like Hamas, Hamas, Hamas. And remember, they are civilian Hamas members. Not all of them belongs to the military arm, because Hamas has a political arm, right? So they have civilians who are members of Hamas. So if you are going to eradicate Hamas, what about the civilian members of Hamas? Are you going to eradicate them too? Are you going to just kill everybody? Are you going to just take out every single person? Because their main objective is to take out Hamas. And when you say Hamas is downright evil, you are dehumanizing every single member of Hamas, both the military arm and the political arm. All of them. But do you really think that every single Hamas member is as terrible or horrible as you think? Do you really believe that? Do you really think that every single Hamas member will want to do evil? We want to kill people. We want to commit all sorts of atrocities. Do you really believe that? But when you say we are going after Hamas, we are going to eradicate Hamas, without specifying which branch of Hamas are you talking about? What do you think you are doing? And just this point that Arabs are evil, or Islam is evil, or Hamas is evil, I think it's not really a good thing to be saying, or a good way to rephrase what we are going through. Because remember, human as a whole are capable of all sorts of evil. We all can do it. Both Muslim, Christian, Jews, pagans, atheists, whatever you want to classify them. Human as a whole are capable of doing evil. So bad things are not just synonymous with Islam. It's not. Christians commit a lot of atrocities, aka George Bush. How many people did George Bush slaughtered in Iraq? How many people were killed as a result of Bush war on terror in Afghanistan? How many people died from Obama's airstrike in Syria and Yemen? How many people died when Obama and NATO invaded Libya and took out Mohammed Gaddafi? How many people were killed? Even in Africa, we have terrible leaders who have killed their own people, who have subjected their own people into very, very harsh conditions. So humans as a whole are capable of very, very bad things. It's not just Muslim or Christian or Jews or pagans. It's us, the humans. And we must learn to separate the good guys from the bad guys. But you guys out there, let me know your take on Sam Harris's remarks about Hamas. Should we just dehumanize every single Hamas member? Or should we be clarifying that even though Hamas has this military arm that is considered a terrorist organization, they also have a political arm? Should we try to make this distinction so that people understand clearly how the whole Hamas group function? Or should we just say Hamas, Hamas, and then dehumanize every single member of Hamas? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, don't forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of good way, like what you're doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall ever be grateful to you. So, thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.